That's when you know they're ideologically possessed.
Also, I don't like the generalization of horny otaku audience.
Yeah, sex sells. What a surprise!
Wow, what a great insight. How offensive! Oh,
Just the generalization of the horny otaku audience is very odd, and it says more about you, Nina Bolton, than it does.
All these people.
The
oh my God, sex is horrible. It's like, hey, shut up. Just stop watching the thing you don't like. Leave people alone who like it. It's that simple. Anyway. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Smudcast number 211. The great debate, is anime cursed by Curio? This is part 2. We're not even half done, guys. This is tragic on several levels, but we're not going to let that...
Tragic for me, because I'm going to kill myself at the end of this.
We always try to understand where these people are coming from. Is he crazy? But he's already superseded that by saying, yes, he is. He's established that he has borderline personality disorder, or some flavor thereof. Therefore, he's allowed to make all these ridiculous statements about how Japan is bigoted towards sex and
hey, you can't use his borderline personality disorder against him.
Oh no, I'm just...
Yes, you can, because part of that, it can be that he's a compulsive liar.
That's part of it, yeah.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
You know, there's a spectrum of ignorance or difference of opinion. I always say this once a week or so. You're either ignorant, stupid, biased, or lying. And we don't know which part Curio is in, because he seems to fit all four at times. And I don't know. It changes on the topic. It's all superseded by his bias towards SJW-isms. And trying to make sense is very difficult. So we can call him crazy now and get away with it. Not that we usually do that, but it's just... We reserve that term for Maggie Mae Fish because we have no idea where she's coming from sometimes.
She's another level.
Everything is fetish.
Everything is a fascist fetish.
Fetish object.
Or something.
The thing is,
I did like what you said yesterday. I tuned in for this one small section while I was driving. That Curio starts backwards in the logic process. We're like, okay, anime is cursed. All right, how do I prove this?
Yeah.
Instead of looking at evidence and coming to a conclusion, he starts with the conclusion and then gathers evidence for that.
Yeah, one way to do it would be to just do a broad stroke, like, okay, here's this anime that has pedophilia and this. You're like, whoa, really? Okay, let's see that. And then you just keep going with all the very strange elements he doesn't like. And then that allow me to go, okay, maybe Neon Genesis Evangelion has pedophilia. Let's look at that. And is it there? No, it's not. Okay, you're wrong. And we just keep going. So,
Shinji, get in the fucking robot.
That's a great anime. It's crazy weird. I hate it at times, but it's awesome in certain places.
I've never seen it. I just know the meme of Shinji getting the fucking robot.
It started it's how do I say this? Because it started a genre is not correct either, but it you can say it revolutionized the genre. The animation quality in that thing was absolutely astounding at the time.
They tried to...
It's just sad that the studio ran out of money at the end.
Well, that's part of it. You could tell from the last few episodes. But they made robot anime and they made it more realistic. They made it more believable by having giant, I don't know, buildings that just are just there to house a gun, or to have umbilical cords, which are just giant power cables. They have like your
How
entire
do we have batteries
city.
for these things? We don't.
Yeah, I know this entire.
They run on the power outlet.
Yeah, this entire city is on a giant elevator. Just like, how is this physically even possible? So to have the technical note and have all this gobbledygook, this psychobabble with techno jargon is kind of weird, but that was what they were going with. AT fields and angels and all sorts of other crazy religious symbolism that makes no sense. But they ran with it, and they got away with it, and people loved it. So you got to give credit where it's due.
It's on the list. It's on the list for me to watch eventually.
All right.
It's something you can watch. I think it hits. It's more enjoyable when you're a teen.
Yeah.
because when you're older and you went through your personal hero's journey, your maturation process a little bit, Shinji is really hard to watch.
Yeah.
What
Probably
would you?
the better
Go
bet
ahead.
is to watch FLCL. It's very similar in that regard.
Goody.
It's faster. The pacing is a lot faster. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's got some drama in there as well, so it's not as intense as Neon Genesis, but it feels in the same vein.
Yeah, Neon Genesis also captures the spirit of the original Godzilla movies in the sense of this. You have this immense threat of a monster that is equivalent to a natural disaster that
Aren't they
humans are.
angels?
Yes, they are. That humans are is effectively helpless against, and you require this massive nationwide effort to have just a chance at them. Like when they loaded the sniper rifle to get at the
Message
sniper
coming
angel monster
Patching it through.
to shoot it before it could shoot the sniper. They needed to power down the power of, I think, the whole nation or third of the nation just to power one shot for that thing. So that gives you some scale. It gives you a sense of scale. Or when they try to build a real robot that runs on batteries on a nuclear reactor, and that went horribly wrong. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So to get rid of the cable.
Pacific Rim was such a good movie.
See,
well, you know what inspired it.
this is why
What would you
anime
give-
should exist by itself and not be made into live action. So,
What would you give Neon Genesis on the objectivity scale?
oh god,
Scale of 1 to 10.
oh my god,
Oh god, that is really hard because that thing is all over the place.
You know what?
Animation wise, for the time, this is the 90s. Early 90s?
Just writing wise.
Oh dear, writing.
yeah.
I'd give it maybe a 3.5.
Ooh, that's rough.
It is all over the place. It has brilliance, but it has a lot of great psychology elements, but there's so much broken. I mean, there's stuff where they do ballet together, and then they got to do that to stop an angel, and they have to be
the
in
twin
sync.
angel, yeah.
It's weird and cool and crazy, and you're like, oh, that's anime. It's still stupid as hell,
Yeah.
but it's cool. It's cool to watch. So
Well, you have
A
to, you have to
3.5.
that's fun
I
stuff.
gave Assassin's Creed Syndicate a 3. So you're saying that that's a 3.5?
There's
I don't
so
know
many
if I'm gonna
problems
watch
with
it now.
Hideki Anno and his ideas and how he expresses them, and like the Hedgehog's Dilemma was like the only main thing they focused on with Shinji, and that was it. It was like, okay, he has abandonment issues. He's scared of loving other people and getting close to them. It's like, okay, can you do something with that?
And
Can you go?
he won't get in the robot.
It's
I think the due to, I don't know if there's been anime before that has done psychological topics, character explorations before that, at least not in with relevant depth. I think this is the one that sparked going into that direction.
which is cool, which I loved, but it's within the context of a dad who just does not give a shit, with a surrogate mother who's like, well, you don't have to do it, but we're all going to die. It's okay. It's like, what the hell? This kid is just a kid. Give him a break. Help him out. Do something.
Which one did you talk about? Another one now?
What, Neon Genesis?
Oh, okay. You mean Misato with the surrogate mom?
Yeah, there's all sorts of other.
The alcoholic hoe.
Yeah, I know.
And that Shinji is such a useless pussy in the beginning. But it's understandable. His father discarded him, has no real love for him, and his mother's dead.
Yeah.
And
Everyone's broken
from a very young age. So I don't even know, or we as an audience don't even know, who cared for Shinji all this time. What was his life before he got to Neo Tokyo?
Yeah, plus he owns a
what is
cello.
this super chat? Shinji, stop nutting on an unconscious Asuka.
Yeah, well, that
Wow.
happened.
I can explain that.
Let's not.
It's very simple. It's in the beginning of the end of Evangelion movie. you have a scene where Asuka is still she's still unconscious from battle in the hospital room, and Shinji is then he's visiting her, and then he rips off away the sheet and then nuts on her. That happened. There's a story behind that, because the creator of Neon Genesis was pissed off by the fans who kept on pestering him on making more, because the ending of the series was weak, and because everyone wanted this thing to be finished. And so this is just a metaphor for him portraying the audience of Neon Genesis Evangelion as Shinji, who just want to nut off to the franchise they want so hard.
Yeah.
This is the official background to that scene.
And
otherwise it's irrelevant.
Yeah, and if Curio got a hold of that knowledge, he'd be like, "Oh, how depraved the Japanese audience is." It's like, oh god.
It's not insulting your
horny.
audience.
No more horny.
I mean, you have to have guts to insult your audience like that, and
I know.
everyone still loves it.
Just go to horny jail.
But there was too much craziness, and I think people took the craziness from Evangelion, and from that, like after the inspiration for Evangelion, made crazy weird stuff like Xenogears, which people love. But when you look at
Xenogears, I think I know what you're talking about. Xenogears.
It's heavy religious symbolism, all sorts of high tech stuff, RPG from Square. It is all these elements like, oh yeah, this feels like a video game version of Neon Genesis, but with even weirder shit. And it's like crucifying a giant pink teddy bear creature is like, okay, that's enough. I think we've gone too far.
Yeah, so you can say there's a difference too between Japanese creators and SJW creators. SJW creators focus on the visual and the fetish, and the Japanese creators are able to focus on absolutely bonkers psychological and philosophical exploration. That's where you get the really good stories at times.
Oh yeah, there's great stories out there that do great psych thrillers or horror very well, and I think Monster is my favorite example of that. But they're there, but they're drama and they're serious. Whereas with Evangelion, you just go, okay, this breaks my believability a bit too many times throughout the series.
Yeah,
it's not just once; it's like several times.
It's like an early attempt.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Well, that's a different thing.
We still have that. That's still the greatest anime I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you can say that. But it doesn't dabble so deep in psychology. But it's very well written. But I think Neon Genesis is sloppy, but it's also one of the first attempts in the style of telling a story like that.
A lot of people.
So I can give it some leeway.
Yeah, there are many not clones, but so many versions of that. I think Raw Zephon is probably the bigger, more well done ones, where they still have the mechs, they still have the big stories of saving the world and crazy plans and plots you're not sure of. Do the mystery elements a little more? But we're not going to talk about the inspiration and influence that was Neon Genesis, because that's a big topic, and we want to focus on this fellow who just doesn't like, I guess, anime in general. I don't know how to describe it.
And who questions whether Spyro is racist. I saw it in the suggestion box.
Oh.
So,
I want to die.
Did you do that already?
Oh my god.
I just want to. So I brought that up a little bit ago. Just in the recommended bar on the watch together is a Curio video that's where the thumbnail just says, "Is Spyro racist?" Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. No.
And another one sounds like
I covered it.
And another one sounds like the trying to make light of borderline personality disorder, which is not unexpected of people being diagnosed with that. Oh,
To
yeah,
maintain my
I talked
sanity,
about
I'm going to
that.
be
I
modding
talked about that
my.
last time.
To maintain my sanity, I'm going to be modding Fallout New Vegas while I watch this, which
All
may or
right.
may not make me more insane.
All right. Boy. Here we go. Joe Crazy. Honestly, my favorite part from Eva was Shinji rant at the end of the original dub. Oh, okay. Spike Spencer seems to be a cool dude. Okay, that's when Shinji is just screaming and getting angry at his life, and when he's trapped in that. Was he trapped in the Angel or he trapped in Unit 01? I can't recall.
He is. Yeah, he's trapped. He's trapped in his mother.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse the fuck out of you.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, we're done. We're done talking about Eva. Okay. Let's keep going.
Oh, it's very metaphorical, but yeah, he's trapped in hell. His whole life is hell, absolute hell.
Here's Tyler Preston. Thanks for the donation. The mecha anime Invincible Superman Zambot 3, created by Yoshiyuki Tomino, deconstructed the super robot genre 15 years before Evangelion did. Also, I personally find the anime Razafan to be a bit better than Eva. I agree. Yes, Razafan is a bit easier to stomach. It's less crazy.
Thanks for the hint. That's something to look into.
Oh yeah, it's about music and tuning the world and
not Razafon, the other one.
No, that one I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Razafon, I only saw the I think first episode when it came out, and since I only had a 56 kilobyte modem, and that was one of the first high quality rips that existed, downloading 200 megabytes is a bit of a stretch, let's say. And when it then doesn't click, then it's like, nah, I'm not going to put effort into that because every minute of downloading costs money.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So instead I watched Lane.
Oh my god. What a trade-off.
I don't know if that's a good idea when you're 14.
No, it's not. Lane is just going to get you depressed like you would not believe.
It's more than that. But the intro song is wonderful.
Yeah, I know.
I have the album with autographs from the band. It's a wonderful album.
Alrighty.
British band.
Let's get started on the video. We're 9 minutes so far. Let's gonna rewind it a bit just so we can hear what he has to say.
Talking about Punch Man, and I'd be enjoying it well enough, and then a black character would show up, the only one in the show, and he'd have thick pink lips and bulging eyes, and only ever show up to remind people how dim-witted he was, or a gay character.
Oh yeah, we had this part.
One long prison rape joke.
With the ball
Then let's stop
section.
watching anime for a few months. It's important to acknowledge this outsider perspective, but
So he knows that One Punch Man is a parody, right?
He doesn't care.
No, you are not allowed to make fun of things that are rainbow stuff. It's not allowed.
Well, it's
not allowed.
It was making
No fun allowed.
of the portrayals of different character types.
And even then, who says that people don't find what's his name, Puni Princess or Puni Prisoner?
Prisoner.
Is he unattractive to homosexuals? I don't know. Maybe, possibly.
I mean, he is homosexual, but he's still fighting for good.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's just a rapist.
Yeah.
No, and it's actually really funny, the juxtaposition of a rapist fighting for good.
Yeah, but he's
like,
in prison.
he rapes, but he's good.
In prison. He's a prison
but he
rapist.
does rape.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
In prison.
It's like, wow.
So, yeah,
I don't know how to feel about this game. It's a parody.
It's a conflicted thing.
Yeah. It's great. It's funny stuff. I love it.
because as much as it's created by the anime as cursed meme, I think this perspective also creates it.
Okay, we
And it's
addressed
not a meme.
this before. There is no such thing as the anime is cursed meme. We've done a few searches. There's one anime video where there's a bunch of scenes which are weird. I don't know why that has to do with curses, but they're not actual curses. And then there's his video. There is no actual meme of anime being cursed.
He's making that up.
Yeah.
This is not even a straw man. It's a phantom. It's a lie. He's completely making it up. He wants it to be a meme, maybe, but it's not one. You said the third result was our stream from yesterday about this?
A second. We came second. He came first. Yeah.
It's not a
Is
meme,
anime
boy. It's not a
cursed?
meme.
Yeah, is anime cursed?
Yeah, the first result when I Google on DuckDuckGo is anime cursed. First result is his fucking video. And then we have a bakabuzz.com article, 10 anime where the main character is cursed.
With actual instances of
Something completely
magic,
different.
not his definition of cursed.
And then there's just like 70 cursed anime memes.
Yeah, exactly.
10 anime where the main character is cursed.
But that's
cursed manga.
That's
cursed
within the
anime.
genre. That's not.
Oh, there's an entire subreddit.
Yeah, but it's not what he's talking about. That's what I mean. Like he's just inventing this term and using it. He's appropriating the term.
Yes.
He is. I agree.
They always do. It's
Oh
all
my
projection,
fuck.
all the time. If one of them says something really insulting on Dump about something else or someone else, always take a step back and consider: is this projection? Is he actually guilty of the thing he's accusing the thing or someone of? Usually, you will be right.
Zach, what are you doing?
This was the first thing I saw on cursed on r/cursed anime.
I'm not putting that up on screen. I'm sorry.
No, I definitely don't.
Oh no! Oh no!
Chat, if you're wondering what it is, it's
No,
Rem, but like
no,
300
shut
pounds.
No,
All right, keep going.
Oh, God.
Keep going now.
there's no love here.
The game you were trying to break into instead was Western film and TV, and you tried watching Game of Thrones.
Get a fucking
or
microphone.
Transformers films?
Do something that doesn't make your audio quality sound like shit, dude.
Do I sound like that?
No, you sound like you're speaking into a microphone, unlike Curio, who sounds like he's speaking into a
Because-
microphone
yeah,
that it's
yeah.
in the other room while he hides in a bathtub.
Yeah, and I'm just leaning back in my chair. I'm relatively far away from the microphone, which he is probably too. Just get one of these cheap, dumb Blue Yeti things. They're not super high quality, but they do the job.
Yeah.
This is a blue snowball, and I have pretty good voice quality on this thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's not hard.
This is illegal. She's a minor.
We're protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws. Statute
Oh, this was fucking weird.
2705-3.
Yeah, this whole thing, and I don't know how this relates to his argument because this isn't an anime, and you're fucking retarded for putting this in your video. But yeah, this was weird and Transformers Dark of the
Yeah, it
whatever
wasn't
the fuck.
unnecessary. It was an unnecessary scene.
It's like just
Message
have
coming
them
in.
both be 18, Michael Bay,
Patching it through.
instead of your weird fucking Romeo Juliet fantasy.
Yeah, the Japanese can do it. Why can't you?
Also, she's 17, and yet Michael Bay just has this Victoria's Secret model in the skimpiest outfits possible, and just like really sexualizes this 17-year-old. It's very odd from Michael Bay.
How old was the actress?
Let me find out.
What at the time?
Yeah.
Transformers.
Anyway, let's find out what Joe Crazy has to say. Actually, I'm referring to a rant Spike ad-libbed during the end credits of the final episode about the nonsensical ending. Oh boy, I never heard that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I was only I'm a sub guy, so I don't listen
Was
to
this
dubs.
in the English dub, or was that in the original?
No, this is the voice actor for Shinji, and it must have been like the what do you call that when you have a movie with the DVD features where you have all the director or the writer? Whatever.
The voice actors, the voice actor's name in the English dub for Shinji his name is Spike.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought you were talking about Cowboy Bebop now.
No, Spike Spencer.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the English dubs.
Neither am
try to
I, but
avoid
yeah,
them.
I know him.
Do try to avoid the German ones even more.
Yeah. They are always a mixed bag. Yeah.
She was 19 in the movie.
All right, that's fine.
Nicola Peltz was 19 at the time of release. She was born in
So there
95.
was absolutely no reason to make this 17-year-old thing out
Yeah,
of her,
yeah, very, very, very weird.
and then sexualize the allegedly 17-year-old character. That is
Yeah.
weird, but that is Hollywood. That is the
That's
message
Michael
that comes
Bay.
out of Hollywood to me.
That's Michael Bay and not an anime. So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the
why
message
is this
that
in
I
your
think
video, Curio?
that I get out of Hollywood all the time, because they seem to have a thing for the young
I'll be right
girls,
back.
you know.
Plus, this is a
Alright.
live-action film, not anime. Anime is a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how this is related to his point. Maybe he'll explain it to us.
Oh, because it's Western and Western. So where does anime come from? The East. Now, what is the East if not the Far West?
Oh, look, no one likes Transformers enough to even rewatch these movies.
I did.
People do?
I rewatched them, and they're bad. They're really bad.
Yeah, but
a lot of this is cringe.
What most people do is watch compilations of the tech porn, of the CGI. No one watches recaps of the human characters.
Mark Wahlberg was wasted in Transformers: Age of Extinction. Oh well.
Anyway, back to the anime video he's trying to tell us about.
The Transformers anime, real life action thing from Hollywood.
Texas statute?
There's a wealth of racism, misogyny, homophobia,
Where's the
creepy
racism?
bullshit, and what we could easily call fan service that might first
Fan
make you
service
stop
for whom?
watching, and secondly draw exactly the same conclusions.
About
No,
what?
From
no,
what?
No. Fans, look. This is a weird underage sex fetish. That is not fan service.
Yeah, I don't think the fans really wanted.
Very different thing.
I
when half
just
your
don't know
audience
what
is
this
we-
has
is
to do with
weirded out by this
anime.
I think he wants to make a comparison that this happens in the West too, and we are all evil. Everyone's evil. That someone made a stupid scene, and therefore all the human race has to die or something.
I think he just filled up
stupid
about
like that.
1/8 of the bingo card right there. So I don't know. You guys figure that out yourself.
Do you have a bingo card?
Oh yeah, I'm still figuring it out from the last time. So I got all these other squares filled in already. So
Okay.
no bingo yet though.
I'm here to date your 6-year-old.
All right, back to anime. I hope.
Get your gorilla.
Western film and TV is a video
I
essay.
don't mind
Wait,
coming into a medium as a
Oh no!
because I'm
It's
confident
video
that
essayception.
wait, what?
Let's
Wait.
rewind that.
there will draw exactly the same conclusions.
Where are we?
I don't mind coming into a medium as a relative outsider because I'm confident there will be a lot of engaging, interesting stuff I'm going to encounter. What I do mind is when people who describe themselves as the real fans of the medium virulently deny that their medium is actual art.
What?
What the fuck did he just say?
What?
We deny that it's art.
Virulently deny that their medium is actual art.
I got to hear that
Who
one
did-
more time. Let me just, because he's hard to
What?
hear and he says weird shit. Let's just rewind that.
What I do mind is when people who describe themselves as the real fans of the medium virulently deny that their medium is actual art.
What? No.
Okay, so that was the end of the thought. Who's denying that anime or something is art?
Dude, if anyone argues for their beloved shit being art, it's the fans of the thing.
Show me an example, Curio, because you want to make this point.
I got to hear that one more time because I can't believe you said that now that I understand it.
What I do mind is when people who describe themselves as the real fans of the medium virulently deny that their medium is actual art. So, let's look at some anime I encountered.
That is
and
not
what I
even a
like.
straw man. That is not even a straw man. He brings up NGE. That is not even a straw
The
man.
real fans of the medium virulently deny that their medium is actual art. Okay.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If you have a fan of, let's say, Chinese cooking, and he loves Chinese food, he goes, you know what? This really isn't healthy. This really isn't good for you. This is not really food. You're like, what? How does that make sense? It's food. You love it. You eat it all day. You make it. You're a chef. It's not food? How does that make sense?
I still don't believe he said that.
I gotta post. I've been posting these things on Twitter just because they're crazy. This is like one of them. It's gonna happen every minute.
Is the next thing supposed to be the example, or did he just make the assertion without an example?
I'm broken. I got nothing. We all recognize that was fucking retarded.
He said virulently. I don't even know if that's I don't even know if that's a word. I know virulent.
Virulent is a word. It's sort of like vicious or passionate.
Yeah, that it spreads like a disease. It spreads like a meme. No, it's the words make sense, just not the
idea doesn't make sense. The sentence itself is a complete sentence.
It's a functional sentence with correct words, but the words put together are describe a lie.
The sentence denies reality, otherwise known as lying.
Yeah, I have on my laptop here next to me. There's one button that has, because it has no useful function. It's the one button that is the only soundboard-like button that I have, and I was very close to pushing it. No, that's not what it does. If you had replayed his thing, I would have pushed it, but that ruins the joke now.
Is it that?
No.
Oh, all right then.
The rest of us in normal world, Zach, don't change the sound on Windows.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
There we go.
Neon Genesis
vehemently would be a better word.
Oh no, he's talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ah! Why?
What? Can you please rewind that? I didn't.
Oh, well, funny MGto said the word he's looking for is vehemently.
So,
vehemently?
Let's look at some anime
That's what I thought, yeah.
And what I liked about them.
Neon Genesis Evangelion is a pretty seminal piece, and as you watch anime that was created after it, you will see its influence everywhere.
Seminal?
Yep.
Seminal piece?
Yep.
What is that music choice? That sound...
Seminal?
You know what seminal means?
Of relating to, containing...
Yes.
Just the top. The first definition is of relating to, containing, or conveying semen or seed.
Oh my god!
I wasn't expecting that.
It is. I would consider it a seminal piece of media. Yes, because it influenced
of relating to or having the power to originate, create.
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Having a highly influential in an original way. Okay. Cool. I don't know why I didn't know what seminal meant.
That's okay. All right. It's all right.
No, it's
about a teenager called Shinji who gets a job at his dad's company. He's expected to pilot an enormous biomechanical fighter robot called an Evangelion, or Eva. Shinji has to do it because apparently only he can sync with the Eva, and also because his dad says so, and he runs the company.
Get in the fucking robot!
There's a meme about the show which is basically to joke about Shinji refusing to pilot the Eva. What's odd about this meme is that Shinji basically never actually... Wait, is this a spooky show? What's odd about this meme is that Shinji basically never actually refuses. He just complains and puts up resistance.
What was that joke?
What joke?
Just wait, is this a spooky show? Like what? I don't know why that
was just a foreshadowing trope.
I don't know why that kind of cut into the point he was making, but it was just out of place. He had to stop making
jokes.
his point.
Yeah, don't care.
Really want to. And furthermore, every time he pilots the Eva, things go really badly. Arguably not as badly as if he hadn't, but never well. What's really odd about this meme is that it actually plays directly into the central conflict of the show. The driving conflict isn't humanity versus big space monsters, it's simply whether Shinji will or will not pilot the Eva. And that's because the show is about depression. Well, it's about other things too, but let's take a second here to look at the basic conceit of this story. The government has the resources to make a 100-foot mechanical monstrosity.
Spacebar works. It's not about depression. If you want to go that route, it's about neglect, it's about parental issues. If anything, Shinji may have depressive symptoms, But the underlying issue is another. And that's the absence of his family. He is deprived of familial love or love in general.
Would you say that he has abandonment issues?
Yes.
Yes, that is the thing. And you can have depressive issues, but that result from that. That's normal, but that is not a
depression can be a side effect from abandonment.
Yes, but then you call it an accentuated depression because it is it is dependent on the underlying issue. When you diagnose a depression as a depression, then that means there is no other underlying issue that causes the symptoms. Because the question is, do you treat the depression or do you treat the underlying symptoms? If you ignore the underlying condition that creates the depressive symptoms, but you just treat the depressive symptoms, that you're not getting at the root of the thing, and you're just, at worst, you're just throwing antidepressants at someone who needs actual help, which I find is malicious practice and neglect of the patient. But yeah, that's why you should make sure that your diagnosis is correct. Not everything that looks like depression is a depression.
Yeah, I think abandonment is the best example. We have Misato, who's also abandoned by her father. We have the doctor, I can't remember her name, I think Ritsuko, who's neglected by Shinji's dad because she loves him, but he ends up loving someone else, and then he doesn't care about anyone else. And there's all sorts
of weird issues with her family. She loves her dad super much, I think, but her has mom issues.
Lots of Freudian concepts thrown around. So
and then you have Hey, who you still want to watch it? Should I spoil that?
Don't. Let's have Mr. Curio do it for us. Okay, let's just keep going.
I honestly don't care if it's spoiled at this point.
Let's just keep going. It's okay.
And huge laser guns and all sorts of things, and decides to put the responsibility
of
saving the entire world using the most expensive weapons ever created by science on the shoulders of several 14-year-olds. That might be like a metaphor or something.
Anime.
That's the fun.
Yeah, that's anime.
And that is the great thing. This is a teenager fantasies, teenager superhero fantasy. You are this kid, but you are given these immense toys, and you do stuff that in any real scenario it would just be given to the most capable of adults who've been trained for this for decades. Yeah, that's why it's fantasy, sci-fi, fantasy, whatever. It's fiction. It's fun for kids. With anime, contrary to my lots of Western stuff, trying, sometimes succeeding in delving into really adult themes. I know this word is a bit cursed, but that's the important part. Anime is oftentimes pulling these themes off in a well manner. It explores it explores ideas. It's not just about beat robot with robot.
Right, and that's also the problem with Eva is that it goes too much into religion and the psychoanalysis, and that ends up being all it's about. You could derive from it, aside from a bunch of robots trying to destroy a bunch of other giant creatures. So it gets lost in what it's trying to accomplish, and then we have this ridiculous ending, which I don't know why they bothered to even finish it. Like, why even go that far?
Yeah, Mark in 3D said earlier in the chat that it wasn't due to budget constraints, but that the producers were pushing for finishing it. They wanted more time, but didn't get it, which can be as just as true. But that also implies that they didn't want to spend more money on it.
Yeah, well, it's very similar to the design of Cowboy Bebop. Believe it or not, it was designed to sell toys, so they wanted to make cool planes and whatever, and the guys who were making Bebop were like, no, we're going to do our own thing, but still trying to give them what they want. So there was
if you want to sell toys, you make a Gundam.
Make a Gundam. Yeah.
Make some Sentai stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Japan made a Gundam.
This is
life-sized.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Well, of course they did.
Yeah, they know what's good. They know what's fun.
Yeah. Oh boy.
The show is a conflict around Shinji being expected to take on this incredible responsibility to pilot this big body and do incredible things. The Evas themselves can be seen as metaphors for the expectations of society, the weight of living up to your parents' legacy, the day-to-day inability or ability of a depressed person to
that is not at. How is the Eva the metaphor for that?
How is Shinji trying to live up to his father's stature? That doesn't make any sense.
The Eva is God. I can't say this without spoiling anything.
Yeah. No, this is a really strange interpretation.
Yeah. He's projecting things on the Eva now that are present in other parts of the show.
I think he got some of it right. So he's looking at the wrong part of the show.
This feels like a shotgun blast, and he's just hoping something hits.
Yeah.
This is what emotional reasoning gets you.
It's like it's a depressing show. It's like, yes, some parts of it are depressing, not every episode. The one I mentioned.
There's great fun in there.
Yeah, there's that dancing one was fantastic.
And oh my god, people made such hilarious anime music videos about it in the early 2000s.
Yeah, there's
can you
the
describe the
well
emotional
edited,
resonance of the show?
there's the vibro knife stance like everyone did at conventions, like everyone when they pull out the knife and how they retract it.
Yeah, and as sad as it sounds, but Shinji is a relatable character to early teens who have trouble, who have abandonment issues. The thing is, even though it's not executed well, Shinji's growth is very, very benign. It's still there. Shinji does overcome some issues, and despite in being trapped in this immense hell in the movie as well, he is still getting over a couple issues and eventually letting his real emotions that he keeps stuck in him. He lets them out. Outside the Eva.
Yeah, but it's dragged
that is
out
where
ad nauseum to a point where you're like, okay, Shinji, we get it. You are a person. You have your own identity. You're achieving your own desire based on helping others and all this. It goes this crazy circle of what.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. For kids who are like that, it needs to be hammered in again and again and again. So that they realize, yeah, okay, I can do it. It
gets psychedelic really quick, and
yeah. And I don't know about Hideaki Anno's psyche, but he seems to be. I don't want to say obsessed, but there are a few themes and metaphors and visuals that he keeps reusing again and again and again. Like, if you ever see a Hideaki Anno work, you will always find a train crossing. There will always be a scene, at least one scene with it. Oftentimes, it's repeated. Train crossings have a metaphorical meaning, but he uses them all the time. If you've seen his real life movie Ritual, which for some reason I really like. That thing is on train tracks about 30% of the time. This guy has a thing for trains.
Well, this is what we do with Japanese authors.
And these depressive scenes and everything. I think he's the one who made everyone do the train thing.
When you have these authors who just have been doing this for so long, like Haruki Murakami, the fans have made their own bingo cards, and it's just like every single story has to have these 20 things, whether he's aware of it or not. The same with Neil Gaiman, the same with all these big authors that make massive amounts of stories.
And with was it Murakami? No, wait. I'm mixing up things. Murakami was it Ghibli?
Haruki Murakami. He's currently the most famous still alive Japanese author I can think of. He does slice of life. He does lots of contemporary stuff.
The author.
Yes,
the author. Yeah, I have 3 books by him. I only read 1.5.
Yeah.
The first one, first one ended so stupidly psychedelic that I read. What was it, Mr. Aufziehvogel? I don't know the English title. Then I had... No, I can't remember. I have 3 books by him, but
I think his most famous is IQ84. The latest one was Killing Commendatore. What else was there? Oh, geez. After Dark.
It's a decade ago that I bought books from him. The Ghibli movies are similar in this vein, that they use a recurring cast of characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like the old granny is always drawn the same way. That's a special character. Sometimes it's a good character, sometimes it's a bad character, but it's always drawn. The old granny with the who has a super big head and this giant nose. It's always the same character.
Yes, but according to Curio, that would make him anti-Semitic because.
Yes, because old grannies are like that.
Oh, no.
All old grannies are Jews.
Yeah.
All old grannies are Jews. You sometimes at some point in your life, all women turn into Jews, according to that logic.
You cannot say that.
Anyway,
I'm not the one judging people solely by their outside looks. It's people like Curio who do that.
No. He's not judging.
If you look a certain way, you must be part of a certain race. That's what he does.
He's not judging people. He's judging an entire artistic medium for being anti-Semitic.
I'll tell you what. He tries to call people like me white when I have a Neanderthal ridge, which means I have probably quite a lot of Neanderthal influence in me, which also messes a bit with the pulling off the girl thing. And that means the Neanderthals were oppressed by Homo sapiens.
Oh.
I want my reparations.
Oh, no.
The Neanderthals were raped out of existence and integrated into the Homo sapiens species. I want my reparations.
Oh, dear.
From 20,000 years ago.
Yes. Think of the interest rates, for fuck's sake.
Dude, that's like 3 chickens.
Oh, boy. Okay, let's get back to his perceived themes of Eva.
Just get up and the day and more. Devilman Crybaby is a bold show. That's the best way to start.
What did you just say?
The animations.
Devilman Crybaby. He just jumped to that.
Is that a real title?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a show.
It's amazing.
Right?
It's amazing anime.
I don't know that. In association with Netflix.
Distant and also continually novel. The characters are deep and intriguing, and thoroughly human and believable, and the story doesn't.
Oh wait, you see a depiction of a seraphim, and you think this is similar to Evangelion.
Devilman.
You don't know anything about Christianity. Fuck you. There's a similar thing in this thing. That means it's the same thing, or what? It's similar. Dude, if I tell you 3 completely different stories about Mesopotamia that are derived from Mesopotamian mythology, will you also say that these things are similar? Because we have the Spear of Enki in all of them. What the fuck are you? This is so... I hate the superficiality of these people pisses me off.
Yeah, anytime you have wings on a person, therefore angel, therefore they're the same. Like, what? Okay.
Well, it's because it's the 6 wings in this case. Do you have the wings on your ankles and your head as well?
Yeah.
We need proper seraphim representation here.
My computer just crashed.
You're doing pretty well for your computer crashing there, Zach. Good job.
Well, it's frozen. I can't actually do anything.
Oh, well. You're still on the stream.
Thank you, Fallout New Vegas. I can still hear you guys, but yeah, I can't actually do anything.
All right,
so
Ron Harushin. Yo, what did I miss? Oh, God. Let's not recap. Let's just say Curio is just making really bad connections between anime, which he also still does not like.
But he does like it.
I don't know anymore. I don't think he does.
But he watches it.
But it's cursed.
Why do you watch stuff that you hate? What is wrong with you? Watch something you like.
See, with fans like myself who we love Mass Effect, we also hate Mass Effect. We're allowed to bash the shit out of it because we know what we're talking about.
Because we want the good stuff from Mass Effect and the bad stuff to be better.
Yeah.
Because we want the thing that it could have been if the care would have taken that it had deserved.
That's why you get these clickbait titles of people like years later talk the 10 things you missed in the first game. It's like all the fans of the game are always fans of the first game. They know all of these things and then some. It's like, who wrote this article?
Flinch and going places that others wouldn't. It also needs to be said, this show is a wild ride. As the series unfolds, you're yourself deeply invested in these characters and you really hope nothing bad will happen to them, and then lots of bad things happen to everyone. And then in the final act you realize it was about fascism the whole time.
Okay.
I can't comment on that because I haven't seen it, but I would call that into question on principle.
Yeah, no, he's wrong.
Have you seen
I'm
that?
back.
Anyone who's seen Devilman Cry... Oh, jeez.
Devil May Cry.
Devilman Crybaby, it's not about fascism.
But everything's about fascism.
He keeps bringing up animes that I just
Everything.
haven't seen.
I'm getting tired. This is getting so stupid.
What is Devilman Crybaby?
It's a trip. Like, you actually have to watch it to appreciate what the plot is. Like, okay, a plot is one thing and then the themes are another, so it's like, okay, that's crazy.
All right.
There's metaphysics in there. You've got over the top violence. It's all kinds of like crazy, artistic, really slick looking animation.
I'm not a big
there's
fan
there's
of
even homosexuality in there. This guy should love it, but
I wonder what he would make out of something really weird like Kaiba. Probably trans shit, but
I don't know.
I really wonder what would happen to his brain if he watched that.
It would just be one of those things on his list he doesn't like. It's like, is it fascist? No. Is it homosexual? If it's homosexual, is it doing it right? No. Then it's bad. Like, it's going to be one of those.
No, it's not. It's not. It does it homosexual bad. It is. Does it homosexual in a way I don't like because it reminds me that I'm a shitty person too. Because usually what I complain about is when they see homosexuals depicted in some overly flamboyant manner that are doing questionable things morally, is that they are reminded that, oh, I do these things too. I don't want to be seen like a bad person, so remove this depiction of a gay person doing bad things. Because I don't want people to think that because I'm gay, I'm doing these things, although I'm doing them. They want to remove their own reflections, the real reflection.
I like Matthias in the chat. We can end here.
Well, we'll try and go at least halfway because this is getting a little weird.
Okay, wait. Don't go away. I know this is coming from me, but this is what the show is actually about.
Okay.
I don't just mean this because an explicitly authoritarian regime rises to power in the final episodes of Devilman. Fascism isn't something that just happens in this show. It's what this show is about.
Okay, he's wrong. I'm sorry. That's stupid. That is stupid.
What the show is about.
Oh, good Lord. If you guys know what a story is about, we're talking about themes, okay? There are elements of power struggles and what do you do when you kill someone and this and that and who's in charge and how do you protect this person. But that's in many shows and many ideas of murder and killing and death and protection and self-defense and yada, yada, yada. I don't think it's a major theme at all. It's maybe a minor theme, maybe.
I saw in the chat the Devilman is about a demon that protects humanity from other monsters.
Well, yeah, in general, that's what's going on. Like he's a demon possesses someone, and then he has to go kill people or kill other demons, and yada yada. So it's
that doesn't sound like fascism at all.
Well,
and friend Madaraki said that the creative the man behind Kaiba was actually the creative director on Devilman Crybaby, which is that's nice. Thank you for that detail. Maybe that's why I was reminded of that. throw that in.
It's a fantastic watching anime. I don't know if you guys are going to go enjoy it, but there's all kinds of stuff about like angels and Satan and reincarnation and all kinds of very basic stuff.
That sounds like fascism.
Yeah.
I want the picture of the butterfly, like the dude questioning the butterfly is like, is this fascism?
It's if you want to go with the argument that the angels and the demons are fascist, I guess you could, but it's really stupid. You're missing the point of what they represent.
Oh goodness.
You may as well just say Christianity and the Bible, or the Bible's version of angels and demons are fascist. It's the same idea.
Because it's good versus bad, and we're obviously the good guys.
Bad is fascism, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever. Andrew Clark, thank you. Watch Camphor. No.
No, don't watch Camphor.
That's
Camphor
stupid.
is... The anime is really, really wasted.
Even the
It
manga
initially
is
looked
weak.
like it might be an interesting magical girl gender bending twist, but I don't know what I did at the end of that series. They just the plot went just nowhere, and then the characters do random shit just to get the closure to the series.
It is no, it's not cool.
If you want to get into that, read the manga, but the
even
anime is good.
even that is it just becomes a stupid harem anime. It's just dumb.
I don't think I've read past the second volume. It wasn't more out, and it wasn't just. It was
Message
just
coming
interesting.
It's so silly.
It's nicely it's nicely drawn, but the writing is just that.
The writing is blah. The characters are so one-sided. It's like, this is not. The only thing I liked were the crazy dolls, which reminded me of Danganronpa, I think. Like, they're all those weird, creepy dolls. Like, that was the cool thing. I like everything else was garbage. I didn't give a shit that he transformed into a girl. Like, who cares? Anyway, Ron Harushin, I'm sorry, Nani the hell. Yeah, don't worry.
Nani the pizza? Are you fuck?
The story is a full study of the way that the toxic elements of human socialization creep into our beliefs,
I saw
our
boobs.
relationships, our politics, and become fascism. The final line of the show is a moment where a character who has been cold and unfeeling finally expresses grief and distress, reframes the whole story retrospectively as a beautifully apt metaphor for the way that fascism measures every person against a perfect ideal and closes...
What? Wait. Are you just explaining? Are you right now? So one thing, there's so many things. First off, that shot in Evangelion is in this thing that is similar to Evangelion is because that's described in the mythology like that. That's why these things look similar. Secondly, private relations are political. What was that bullshit? That's because this is the thing where before I said these people say the private is political and everything is political because they want to have a say in it. The private is not political. You can politicize the private. You can politicize everything. But if you politicize something, that means you want to have a say in it. You want to have a say in what others are doing. When people like this, socialists, communists, say that the private is political, that means they want to control it. They want to control your private life. They want to control every detail. They want to control what you do in the bedroom. They want to control what you say and tell and do with your kids. And not just in we just want to prevent child abuse. No, they want to commit child abuse, which we have seen numerous times in history. So this is not just an allegation, a blind allegation or insult. Next thing, the thing here at the end that he describes, where the individual is measured against the perfection in fascism, or however you phrase that. That's what communists do. If you are not perfect for the cult, which you can't be, because we are humans, and communism expects humans to be not humans, but something magical else. Humans will never live up to that. And that's why they justify that they have to control all humans in order to mold them into something else. It's essentially, with this sentence, with this description of fascism, you have admitted that communism, socialism by extension, is fascist in nature. Thank you.
I'm not even sure how to apply what happens in the show to fascism or to politics. like there's a lot of death and like demon possession and angels and this and that. So I don't know how that would coincide with fascist like methodologies. I don't get it.
Yeah, since I haven't seen the anime, I have no idea where he's getting that from in the long run. But the statement, in itself, already is so stupid.
Here is Mark in 2D, because that's what he names himself on the Streamlabs service. Thank you for the donation. From all the shows that could be called cursed, he picks all the wrong ones. If you want a cursed anime, that would be something like Chargeman Ken. It's infamously bad and wrong. I have no idea what that is. Chargeman Ken.
Never heard of it.
Well, there's so much anime that I have never seen, and there, people have like, oh yeah, it was like back in the '94. Like what? No, I don't know. So
yeah, that's stupid, fun, allegedly fun stuff where I went through one or two episodes and thought this is too dumb. This is not funny. It's supposed to be funny. It has all the elements of being a funny anime, but it doesn't. It's just boring and no, it doesn't click. What was that? Godana was one of these mecha animes with sexy fun bullshit, but it wasn't fun at all. Yeah. It wasn't sexy, and the mecha stuff was boring. And it was just, what are you doing?
Here's Tyler Preston.
Just that stuff out there.
For another donation, thank you. I've once joked about Maggie Mae Fish making video about Devilman Crybaby being about toxic masculinity causing the apocalypse, but here's Curio that the anime is about fascism. Devilman is a message of anti-war, plain and simple. The conflict is very straightforward. A lot of deaths occurred to one person, and he's blamed for them, and there's all these things that happen to the rest of the world, like possession, then his family gets killed,
message coming in,
and there's all this mass possession, and there's big war going on. It's straightforward. It's not that complicated. The symbolism and the imagery is beautiful and crazy and over the top, and that's the point. So it's not this deep message about politics. I don't see that.
And thanks, Tyler, for bringing this up, because I think this hits home to my allegation that these people are political fetishists and maybe a bit paranoid, maybe a bit schizoid, whatever's going on. But because he sees fascism everywhere, Maggie Mae Fish sees toxic masculinity, and they all project into these things.
Yeah.
The bad things, the demons they want to see everywhere, they believe to see everywhere, that are not there in the first place. Neither the toxic masculinity nor the fascism is there. But they see all of it. They see it. They can tell you exactly where it is, and then you listen to them and think, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, the number 23 is everywhere. Did you know that? The number 5 is the number 23 because it's 2 plus 3. And the number 6 is also 23 because it's 2 times 3.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand math.
Here's Ron Hirushin again. Thank you. I feel like Curio would say a lot of anime is fascist. I think he did at the start. He says this is all problematic. There's all this stuff he doesn't like.
I think that's part of the curse.
I don't know.
The curse of anime?
It's his definition.
What is it? Student councils are fascist, definitely. They have immense power over everyone. When you have them in school anime, the student council rules everything. They have superpowers, and they're definitely fascist. Yeah, but but even such an obvious thing he fails to exploit, where you could at least try to make the argument. You have in some anime you have these super authoritarian, super powerful tropes. So I don't think student councils are fascist, but that's something where you could at least try to make the argument a little more believable. He's just rambling, like the fish.
In a tightening circle, eliminating everyone wrong and bad until there is nobody left.
Also, the show
like
is
communism.
extremely gay. Mob Psycho 100 is
Wait, what?
poorly.
There is homosexuality in Devilman Crybaby. Yes, that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay, and?
I don't know.
Is that good or bad now?
It's not. Who cares? It's not a big deal. It's like
For him, is it good or bad?
I don't know. What the hell? We have no idea.
No, they showed a gay man and
Yeah.
you can't show Gaiman unless you are a Gaiman.
Yeah, but the weird cartoon lady likes it when there are gay things in the things.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
really confused.
Gay is good and bad at times when I think it isn't.
Named. It's about a boy who you can very plainly read as being autistic, called Mob, who also has psychic powers.
Mob Psycho.
Who's like a 0 to 100%.
I would love to comment on this. Because I'm pretty sure he's wrong, but I haven't seen Mob Psycho, so I can't say it.
Mob Psycho.
He's so wrong on everything else that this interpretation is probably wrong too.
Mob Psycho is the same creator of One Punch Man, I believe. Very straight. Again, another simple, well done anime about a kid in school who is the strongest psychic, etc., or telekinetic, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, that's about it. That's as simple as it gets. Kid going through school. So, jeez, how is he going to screw this up?
Scale at any moment towards an emotional outburst where his psychic powers will reach new levels. I'm very sure, given the context, that Mob Psyche 100 would have been closer to the wordplay they were actually trying to get at there. But as it is, we just got to go along with this show about a very sweet and gentle and precious boy with a title that suggests it's about gang violence instead.
Mob works for Reigen Arataka, a fraud psychic with no actual powers who tells Mob that he is a very powerful psychic in order to get him to do real, actual exorcisms as Reigen's apprentice. Reigen isn't just exploiting Mob though, he's also taking care of him and looking out for him out of sincere concern because he knows Mob is sometimes confused by the world around him and needs a lot of guidance.
I have a hot take here. If you like the show Better Call Saul, there is a 100% chance you will like Mob Psycho 100. And
What?
not just because Reigen
That's a
Arataka and
strange
Junior Miguel are
comparison.
the same character. They are. But because it's about characters in a dog-eat-dog world who have hearts of gold and just want to help each other. What more could you want? If your answer was for the show to be deeply...
Okay, that might be true, but that doesn't mean you're going to like them both just because the characters are similar. That is, I mean, people know Better Call Saul from Breaking Bad because he's a side character, and then it's spun off into his own thing. It's a fantastic show. Really, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Better Call Saul. It's very entertaining, very funny.
Yeah, recommendation, watch it. But I'm not so sure about the Heart of Gold. Saul is he is a good guy inside, but his moral compass is broken.
Oh, yeah. Would I compare him to, what's his name in Mob Psycho? No. That is a big stretch. That's like
not
saying...
rely on the emotionally immature to give you moral guidance.
Yeah, it's like, say, take any protagonist who's a good guy, and you'll like this good guy in this other story. It's like, what? Really? I mean, you could, but they're totally different. One's an anime, one's a live action, one's about being a lawyer and,
Message coming in.
cheating people.
Patching it through.
And the other one's about being a kid who gets really angry sometimes and beats the piss out of people for those who come after him or his friends. Very different storyline.
I feel so useless right now because he keeps on bringing up very obscure animes that I just don't know about.
I could have watched them, but I kept a lot of the better stuff away for times when I feel better and can actually enjoy them. Don't want to waste stuff.
Here's Wild Tanuki. How's it going? Mob is insecure and has trouble connecting with others. It's wholesome stuff. It's the story of him growing. How do you miss that? I think most anime, when you're talking about high school kids, it's about them growing up and learning. So it's a very, very common theme. How he connects that with Better Call Saul is, I don't know.
I think I can answer. I can attempt to answer that question. How does he miss that? And it's something that I see with a lot of these social justice activists, where and why I say lots of them have some narcissistic personality disorder, emotional immaturity, some version of it. There's different styles, but it's usually all there. And they cannot grow. They do not grow. So how can they relate to characters growing? How do they see? How do they understand trouble connecting with others? Narcissists don't think like that. So that he can't see these things, and maybe that's why these people do not learn anything from these types of animes. Maybe that's why they are on war footing with anime, because these themes don't give them anything. They don't see them. They only see the superficial. They only see the things they are familiar with, which is, here's a gay thing. Here's something that looks to fascism like me, the way fascism was explained to me. And all of that nonsense. Oh no, big breasts, I'm scared. They can't. These are the people who cannot connect well with others because they lack empathy. They cannot form real friendships. They don't understand that. They understand eros, but they do not understand philia or storge or what's the fourth one?
Not agape.
Yes, thank you. They only understand the sexual version of love and none other. They do not have functional relationships. And I've seen this in real life numerous times. And it's sad and it's really scary when one of your valued friends gets into a relationship with one of these types. Because you know that's going to come crashing, hopefully in a couple months, sadly in a few years, if it's really bad, in a couple decades. And it doesn't matter how much you try to tell them, they have to learn that on their own. That they are in... That these are the people that when you get into a relationship with them, they are the reason it's a toxic relationship, if you want to use that word. You will not have a good relationship. You will not even have good sex because your body deep down knows they cannot relax with these people. And I know this sounds pretentious now, but for reasons of my own history, I have read a lot of books on the topic of narcissism, on trauma, and all of that stuff. And there's always patient stories in there, and anonymized patient stories, collected ones, and even the therapists. They always see the same patterns with people who get out of relationships with these people. They always had bad sex, and then when they get out of the relationships with these people, they have sexual awakenings. Like they finally find a normal person with a healthy psyche that's mature, and that for the first time in their lives they can relax, and some even have their first orgasms then at the age of 40 or 50 or something. It's really sad, or liberating in that case, but it means they wasted decades of their lives with really bad people that on the surface seem really nice, especially at first. And I trailed off a lot now, but yeah, these people do not understand relationships. They cannot. They are incapable of understanding relationships. And yeah, that's probably why they misinterpret everything. Badoom.
Aesthetically stunning, then you're in luck. This is one of the best drawn animes I've ever seen.
The show plays with different styles in a way that really elevates the animated format, in my opinion. It's normal in anime to sometimes mess around with the levels of detail on a face or body when illustrating different emotions, but Mob Psycho 100 uses entirely different art styles and levels of construction for this effect, sometimes using fully painted shots, sometimes using photographics, sometimes reducing the drawing down to only pencil, and occasionally mixing the styles within shots, while somehow maintaining one cohesive aesthetic. Also, Mob is my precious son, and I wish he was real just so that I could give him a hug, and I'm definitely doing a video about him really soon because I can't not.
So what can you learn looking at these examples? Well, firstly, that I'm clearly a huge fan of the screaming, crying boy genre of anime, but secondly, that these are all pieces of art with fantastic portrayals of the human condition, and mature themes, not just in the sense of being an edgy boy and showing big titties sometimes, but in the sense of asking questions that might make you uncomfortable, or presenting ideas about the way the world works and standing unflinchingly by them.
And you're not getting any of them.
This isn't a good way for me to make my arguments here. I can't just list anime pieces, that's not sensible, otherwise I have to weigh and judge every anime in existence.
No.
So that's why I have friends! Yeah!
Here's why Gurren Lagann.
You have friends?
I'm about to say, and here's why you should watch Fully Cool.
Here's why Neon Genesis Evangelion is great.
Okay.
Here's why Cardcaptor Sakura rules.
Paranoia Agent is a 13-episode series that centers around a mysterious string of attacks by a shadowy assailant, given life by one character.
Okay, this is all good and true, but who cares? What does this have anything to do with?
Why are you going about this? Didn't you want to make a point why anime is cursed? Now we have several weirdos telling us why certain animes are really good.
Yeah.
And if SJWs would understand Paranoia Agent, they would hate it.
Very disjointed video.
Yeah.
Like
borderline
this with a
personality
purpose,
disorder.
but then he's just lost his purpose somewhere along the way.
Remember, he scripted this. He wrote a script for this.
Did he? Why does he
Or he
keep
asked
going
people
off
for
script?
input. Maybe the rambling goes off script once in a while, but he asked for these clips from other people, probably, or cut them, I don't know. But he puts them in to talk about his point of why anime is cursed, but then brings up several examples of why anime is really good. And his initial point doesn't even work so far. What's he gonna do for 20 minutes?
His need to reality and given power by the subsequent spread of rumors and collective fear. It begins with character designer Tsukiko Sagi, creator of Moromi, who is adorable and also haunts my dreams, but then frequently shifts its style and focus to weave the narratives of characters together via a collective expression of individual trauma.
If you know anything about Evangelion, it's
No.
that it's a kaleidoscopic psychodrama
It's
about
not-
depression
it's not
and
trauma.
loneliness and the pains of growing up, and also angels and giant mechs fighting each other in Tokyo. But what you might not know is that Shinji Ikari, the protagonist, is a closeted trans woman.
What?
Wait, what?
What? I'm sorry, I'm too close to the mic. So what? 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 You are projecting. Dude, there's gender bending anime out there. That's good. You are projecting. You have either you have gender dysphoria or autogynephilia. I don't give a shit, but you are projecting. Shinji is not a trans girl. You can try to make the argument whether Shinji is sexually questioning himself because he gets into weird situations. His sexuality is questioned and tested at times, for example, by Kaoru. But he's not a trans woman. What the hell? Just because he's a pussy? Because he's a sissy boy? This is the same reasoning these people use to declare tomboys to be boys.
Oh.
No, tomboys aren't boys. And weak, pathetic boys aren't girls. Which tells you a lot about what these people think about girls, by the way.
Okay, this is not technically
God.
Curio's opinion, so maybe there's a point to all this.
I know, but what the hell?
Well, the thing is, because Curio likes this shit, he's like, oh, here's a guy who thinks like this. It's like, I like him. He's talking about trans.
I'll tell you the following thing. Curio got this video piece on, so he's likely not opposed to it, especially since we know that he's trying to transition or something. He's probably okay with this point.
Yeah.
So what? And it's complete nonsense. It's absolute madness. My God.
Wait, this person's name is Sarah Zedig? Okay. Yeah. I like.
Oh, okay. Female name. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. So you're trying to. Okay, so this is some self-identified trans.
This
whatever.
Is what you said originally.
This is definitely projection.
This is pure projection, exactly. So,
hey, how about you get a proper diagnosis and start hormone therapy, transition before you pester everyone with a opposite sex name? How about that? Because it's confusing and it's annoying, And people with real gender dysphoria are usually compassionate enough and understanding and empathetic enough to not do that because they don't want to cause trouble and they don't want to pester everyone. And they don't project their gender dysphoria onto everything because that's actually not a fun thing to have. Fucking hell. No, I'm pissed. I'm absolutely pissed right now. Sorry, I'll take a break.
I'm not even a fan of Neon Genesis. I'm kind of like, this is retarded. This is so stupid. We can stop now. We're halfway done. I'm happy as we got this far. Because trying to...
No, more pain.
More pain. More pain. Do it more. Well. Okay. I'll keep going and I'll hold the fort while you guys are taking your breaks.
Canonically.
What?
Because I say so.
Okay. Sarah Zadig is an idiot. Let me just write that down.
That is not just an idiot. That is a sadistic control freak. That is what a narcissist looks like. A narcissist, if you find out your patient is very likely to have narcissistic personality disorder or any other of these cluster B things, which are all built on this the concept we have about narcissism that we've mapped out. It's very likely not gender dysphoria. It's something else. It's often projection. It's an escapist. It's escapism. It's attention seeking. It's a fetish, but it's often not gender dysphoria. There are narcissists who can have that. There are autists who can have that. But you need to make really sure that it's not any of these other things. That it's not Munchausen syndrome. That it's not hypochondria. That it's not social pressure, social contagion. That no one else is pushing them into it. That it's not Munchausen by proxy, for example, which is what some abusive parents like to do. And all of these other things. But this smug bullshit, it's canon because I say so. What the fuck, you smug idiot asshole. You are the toxic people. You call everything toxic, you are the toxic ones. When you speak about toxicity, that's projection in itself. You are the bullies. You are the abusers. You are the harassers. And you accuse everyone of being there towards you.
Message coming
You
in.
are the kids on the schoolyard that punch others down, that bully others, and then say, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? And when they defend themselves against you, you say, oh, you're hitting me, you're hitting me. And you even say you're hitting me when they haven't even hit you, and that's why you justified it, you hit them. You are abusive psychopaths. And this is this whole ideological cult that behaves exactly like that, and they draw more people in that are susceptible to that because they haven't grown far enough out of that to be adults yet. Kids are way kids and immature minds. They're way more prone and susceptible to adopt this shitty behavior when it's shown to them. Oh, I can do that and I can get away with it and I can have power through it. Okay, so I can do that. Oh, it's socially accepted to do that. This is what these people normalize, this abusive, tyrannical, authoritarian behavior. This absolute madness. And this is, and everyone else is so patient and good that we all just let it happen. And that's why it gets worse. And this is I don't remember who said it. It's one of these famous old quotes that I realized that's at some point myself. Months later, I found the quote and thought, oh, thank you, someone else said it. I'm not just imagining it. It's, there will always be evil people in the world, but it's up to the good people of whether they get away with it. And when everyone keeps looking away and not speaking their mind, not speaking up against this shitty, bratty, childish, tyrannical behavior, then that is when tyranny happens. The quote brings it better on point. I'm sorry I don't have it in my head right now. I should put it up on.
All that is required for tyranny to reign is for a good man to do nothing.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I think we've calmed down now. We can keep going if you guys want. I'm done.
Also, this dude's eyebrows are huge.
I think this is hard to top now.
Yeah, it is. All these guys are weird, but that's fine.
I had to give my cat some medicine. What did I just miss that set everybody off?
Watch the recording, please. I'm
Please,
not
yeah.
Okay. Well,
we're done.
I would like to see more of this madness.
We're happy. We're gonna keep going.
But yeah, keep the timestamp. Keep the timestamp.
1739. Roan Harushin, TFS Vegeta angry sounds. What? TFS?
I couldn't even take the break properly.
I know. I can. The TFS Vegeta angry sound is so visceral. I can hear it in my own head.
All right, let's go.
If you haven't watched Team 4-Star, if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged from Team 4-Star, go watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
It's outstanding. It's even better than the original show.
And what do you also? Yeah.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. And
get a microphone.
God, another guy with a shitty mic.
To it, just like little nod, kind of poking fun at it, and sort of poking fun at its fan base.
You're cutting this, and you can't even make a point with the cuts.
Sadly, those of us who kind of think that it means something.
First of all, as much as Sakura is a capable and smart...
All he said was that FLCL is inspired and pokes fun at Evangelion. It's like, I agree. I said that before. So
that is one part of it.
Yeah.
One tiny part.
It's the comedy part.
Why are you holding your blue snowball? Stop holding the snowball. I'm tired of seeing this. Don't hold the snowball. Just have a mic stand.
I find it weird that she's drawing the same picture over and over and over
it
and
is.
over
and
and
also,
over and over again.
She looks like the kind of girl who might actually be fucking insane. And
I look all these
and it's gonna like if you tried to date her, she would be the most toxic girlfriend you've ever had in your life.
Can you imagine walking into her office and this is on her wall?
Like, this isn't actually her bedroom. This is her actual like professional office. Like in her.
I know some of these are smiling, but overall they look creepy and sad.
Yeah.
Well, the one that is to the right of her head.
Yeah, that's smiling.
You can see the little pupils.
But it's creepy. But
you can see the little pupils, and it's just like staring.
These are demon children.
Like I was gonna say that she looks kind of cute, but then like I just there's something very unsettling.
The eyes look dead.
The eyes look
Maybe
dead.
it's just a frame, but
it's not that the eyes look dead.
Well,
it's something about her demeanor.
Cardcaptor is a very repetitive anime.
Okay, maybe she's trying to teach kids how to paint, and these are all her students.
I don't believe that.
No, they're too similar.
Blue snowball cord. Sorry, I need to find another. She just reminded me I need to get another cable for my mic.
No, but these are all way too similar. That's all drawn by her.
It is a bit, yeah.
Or at least one by the same person. My God.
What's
if anything is cursed, it's social justice activism.
USB piece. I don't know what this type of cable is. It's it's not a USB-C. It's not a micro USB. It's some other shittier one. That's really hard to find.
If she's gonna do like podcasting with the video, you got to use the proper mic so you're not holding it in your hand, or you have a proper like arm attached to your desk, or you have a clip on.
Yeah, me and her have the same microphone.
I'd say she wants to
Lily
beneficial interpretation. She wants to go for a style, or she wants to be in front of this wall, but it's away from.
Is she wearing
computer,
overalls?
And that's why she carried the mic over for better sound.
She's wearing overalls.
Anyway, let's try and keep going because this is getting kind of weird just staring at our wall. Yeah.
And tough. The show seemed to focus a lot on her worry and her confusion. She was concerned with really trying to do things right, a sort of antithesis to Sailor Moon's constant urge to nap and eat donuts.
What?
One thing, it's a show about...
What in the goddamn? That was it?
You don't think Serena from Sailor Moon wants to do the right thing for her friends?
That was it?
There's a lot to criticize about Cardcaptor Sakura, but
Big Joel doesn't look very big.
Oh God. He doesn't look like Joel either.
Well, he is talking about Gurren Lagann, which is an awesome anime, so I don't know.
Yes.
What the hell
Gurren Lagann is fascist.
Yeah. It's fetishizing drills.
Gurren Lagann is about fascism.
It's pro-Second Amendment. We must ban it.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Bros. Hanging out with each other, fully loving each other and loving on each other, being responsible and caring.
So it's about Yuri. You want to see lesbian sex. That's why it's good for you. Because you see something homosexual. That's why it's good for you. Fuck you.
What is loving on each other?
But also, there's this really cool scene right toward the end of the show where the protagonist is talking to the antagonist, and the antagonist is like, you have a 0.001% chance of winning, and the protagonist is like,
use his name.
Any percent chance is just the same as 100% chance. Because
what in the fuck is he rambling about?
You know what? I think I know what's going on. This is the first and maybe only thing this guy has ever seen, and that's why he's completely blown away by it.
Dude,
this guy is in his mid-20s or late 20s even, and he's blown away by such a common trope that you see in Dragon Ball all the time, and he's just blown away by it. Like, this is so amazing. No, it's not. This is just standard action writing. Oh, the odds are against me. That's all it is.
So what he's actually
and I'll save the day anyway. That's all that is.
What he's talking about is near the end of the show, the ability for the is it the spiral or anti-spiral power can warp reality. So something that's just like 0% can cause something to be 100% possible. So it's not about some faith. It's not about some like strength of character. It's literally the magic of reality, of time and space warping reality.
I don't care. What is he talking about? Like in the themes, what does this mean?
I find it's just.
Good news, by the way. I found the chord that I needed.
He's enamored by it like a 12-year-old, and that is what baffles me, because this guy is 25 to 30. These people are not adults.
It's a fun anime, but it's not like amazing. It doesn't have this amazing message or anything. It's for kids. So once you grasp it, this is fun. It's cool. There's death. There's friendship.
And I can still enjoy these things and everything, but I am not so blown away by things like that as if I was 12. Because I'm not 12 anymore. I know I've seen.
Sure?
I don't know how many stories and read and listened to. And I see
how do you know that you're not 12?
It's always the fucking same.
How do you know that you're not 12?
If anything, I'm stuck at 21. I don't know. Mentally.
Message coming in.
What is 21 if not 12? That's backwards.
All right.
It's almost 23.
Okay, Roxy Music, thank you. Hey Smud, I'm filled up on Weeb Anime. I think I can survive this video without drinking myself into a coma. Okay.
That's good to hear, because I'm almost out of whiskey.
All right. Well, this is getting cringy as hell, but let's just try and see where the bloody hell Curio's going with all this shit, because
Why is everyone here wrong?
Why is Curio using these guys as part of his video when his video is about showing how anime is cursed? Unless he's pointing fun at all these crazy people. I don't know.
No, he's not pointing fun at them. I believe that he considers these people his real friends, and they are all unhinged. Except the black guy seemed kind of okay, but everyone else is not mentally well. Definitely. The way they talk, the way they look, their facial expressions, and their bad points.
I always just thought that scene was really cool.
It's an exploration of escapism, whether that's delightful inanity or explosive violence. And to watch it now after the rise of social media, the effect that's had on the spread of information and misinformation, as well as a growing list of things to escape and an online lexicon that increasingly vocalizes that desire through expressions of violence against the self. It's a show that's more relevant and relatable than ever. Like, yeah, just hit me with a bat.
What? No.
That's not what it's about.
Paranoia Agent is this wonderful, weird thing where people get into an accident because of the stress they're feeling. They don't know how to deal with it. They can't face reality. and all of a sudden, snap their fingers, you get the moment of catharsis, and then you realize, is this better or worse?
And they make up a phantom. They self-harm. It's not... They weren't attacked by anyone. Shonen Butt isn't real. He's a phantom they are making up and blame the problems of their lives on them to then get pity points. Because they cannot come clean about their actual issues. That is the problem of Paranoia Agent. And in the end, it's like this collective psychosis that makes Shonen Butt real. That is where it turns absolute. That is where it turns magical.
Yeah, the concept, like, for me, the problem was episode 3, just because of that. The prostitute who wants to have a normal life. She has 2 personalities. I always hated that one because psychology. So
yeah, I completely understand.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested in getting an idea about split personality disorder, as it was called before, Dr. Todd Grande on his channel made a very good his historical analysis of how that thing came to be, predicated on a case where the patient was talked into believing to have a split personality by the therapist. Later on, the therapist wrote a book about the case, and then suddenly, the book was called Sybil. Suddenly, hundreds, if not thousands, of women in the US went to their therapist claiming they had split personality disorder because they had read about it in that book. Sound familiar to you?
No, that's just called bitches are crazy. You don't.
No,
have split personality disorder.
The case itself was made up. The condition was made up at the time with that patient, at least. Maybe that exists somewhere out there. But what happened was a social contagion based on a lie.
No,
and something similar.
Your denial.
Something similar is happening with the social contagion about the complete distortion about gender dysphoria. They tell this distortion, this fan fiction about this medical condition, whether you believe in the medical condition or not. But they believe a completely warped version of what we know is in the data. And suddenly everyone has it now because they get attention for it. And they have an excuse they have something of an excuse to blame their problems on and say, oh, if I deal with that, then my problems will go away.
Wait a second. How do we get back on Lily, guys? I thought we were talking about Paranoia Agent. What's going on?
Card Captor Sakura.
Oh.
Lily needs to take better care of her hair. Her hair looks weak.
Her hair looks like what I expect the hair of the cartoon lady looking like. But I hope this is really just the lighting, but her eyes look like they're going to suck in someone's soul.
Her eyes or the drawings?
Her eyes.
Can we please cook
the one on the picture too. The drawings too.
Her eyes look like they're gonna fade to white and just her mouth is gonna, like, her jaw's like gonna unhinge like a snake.
We just go now.
Curio also comes across as a relatively tomboyish character, which as a kid was super inspiring to me.
Now, obviously, you don't have to be trans to identify with Shinji, and you may take his ennui in a different direction than I did.
Wait, he just said I don't have to be trans to identify with Shinji? What? Shinji's... Wait, what?
You are projecting. And if this is...
What? Sarah Zedig.
No, sorry. I've seen so many of these people. So, yeah, they will call me transphobic. They will try to cancel me for saying these things. But I've seen so many of patients, people with real gender dysphoria, people who for false reasons believe they have it, and the fetishists. This guy, nope, you are just gay. You are gay with a fetish. You're not. I'm not buying it. Sorry. Doesn't strike me. I haven't fully articulated this yet, but my intuition is so scarily often right on this, and I kept that chucked down before in real life a lot of the time, but no, I'm just gonna speak up about it when I think someone's going in the wrong direction. Better someone told it to you so that it's easier to maybe take a turn back when you still can.
I just don't know what's happening.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know. I don't know what's. No, I just don't know what this whole section of the video is
Neither
anymore.
do I,
I'm so
honestly.
fucking lost.
Just
What
go
is-
on. Go on. We're almost through.
Are we just going to 20 minutes?
I don't know.
No, just go on. Go on. This is bad.
You're wrong for doing so. Regardless, he offers something as a protagonist that not a lot of art does. He is a teenage boy who is sad, who is desperate, who hates the position that he's in, and is inconsolable in all of these regards. Not to be mean, but he's kind of a pathetic loser. Which is fair, because
No, he-
so are all teenagers.
No, he just doesn't
That's
get any
the point.
consolation.
Wait, no.
The problem is he doesn't get any consolation from anyone. There's no one showing him the right way. There's no positive role model for him anywhere. There's no one who gives him wisdom.
So-
the closest to that is the friend of Misato.
All
How-
teenagers are pathetic losers, by the way.
Yes.
I gotta write this
Exception
down.
are-
This is nuts.
Exceptions are measurement errors.
I'm so concerned.
Oh god, it's funny when these people can get 20% right and the rest is just wow. Wow.
So because of Neon Genesis Evangelion, all teenagers are pathetic losers. Valedictorians, football stars.
No, I don't think he see. I don't think he sees that way.
Okay.
Have you ever considered talking to other people aside from yourself? Maybe you'll discover there's a bigger
Curio
world out there.
has. He described these people as his friends.
Everyone's a teenager.
He's clearly
is a
spoken
loser.
with them.
You get straight A's, you're a loser. You won the science fair, you're a loser.
I had a 4.0 GPA in high school. I guess I'm a loser. Actually, I was a loser for a lot of reasons, but
Wait, that's what a teenager is.
Cardcaptor Sakura had a great combo of
we're back to
gripping
Lily!
magical
Ah.
West mythology and mysticism, explorations of the anxieties of growing up and being a person, and wholesome and touching relationships. I'm just saying, I would die for Yuki/Julian.
It's a girl anime.
I would die for
Wonderful. It worked.
Okay, bye. Thank you so much.
What? Oh no, another skit.
no, stop! No, I don't want another
I
bit.
attack
No.
your What Kiwi with Gravekeeper's Vassal and destroy it. Now I attack you directly with Gravekeeper's Oracle.
Section 3.
What was
Random
that?
bullshit about art.
I think it's worth taking a second to talk about the dimensions of media. What I mean by that is the different elements that make up a medium. For example, in video, there's the visual, the audio elements.
What did you do that
Also,
for?
What designers call affordances. The relationship.
What did he just say?
Smud. Number one, I am scared. Number two, I can't, like, is anybody following along?
I'm trying to.
This is just absurd now.
What? He's trying to say something about media. I'm like, what the hell?
I can't hear him because his mic's so shit.
Yeah.
And he likes to record it in a bathroom while his microphone's in the living room.
Oh god.
Anyway, let's keep listening to.
Yeah.
Dude.
Whatever he said. Whatever.
What I mean by that is different elements that make up a
he's doing
medium.
it again.
For example, in video, there's the visual.
Stop
the
it!
audio elements, but also what designers call affordances.
Affordances? Media has affordances. Okay, all right. Let's. At least I heard what he said. Let's go with
coming
that.
in. Patching it through.
Here's Ronarushin. Stop! You are terrible at dueling. Just summon rockets. Okay. All right. Affordances. Here we go. Media has affordances.
I got nothing.
The properties of a product and the abilities of the user or consumer of that product. For example, books have words and we can read, therefore books afford being read.
What? I gotta rewind that. What the hell?
Someone said this to Mauler. Please clip this, take the timestamp, send it to Mauler. This is prime Gundam stuff. Really. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's try this again.
Is this a Proctor Hawk fallacy or something?
I don't know.
This is just weird now.
Media has affordances, and the affordances of a book are words because what? No, that's not right. Let's hear it again.
That's not what he said. No.
Let's try it again.
Product. Abilities of the user or consumer of that product. For example, books have words and we can read, therefore books afford being read. But
books
afford being read.
What differentiates books from blogs is that
I'm slow down.
I don't know what that is. Such a nothing sentence.
Is that? Wait, I just want to be sure. There is.
I can read. Books have words, therefore books afford being read.
Does that? So I am not an English native. Does this does phrasing it like this imply that the words compel me to read them?
The words are meant to be read.
Or they allow to be read? Is that what it means?
The words are designed to be read.
Okay,
I wish that his thought process was designed to be understood.
Okay, just to be sure, I looked it up in the dictionary so that I don't misinterpret it. He is trying to say that because the books have words in them, they allow us to read them, to be read. They allow us.
All right. Okay, I think I know what he's getting at.
What?
Okay, there's a famous quote by Marshall McLuhan, a Canadian sociologist, who said, "The medium is the message." So by virtue of the medium, you are learning things and absorbing and stimulating things that way. So if a book has to be read, your brain has to do all the visualization, your imagination has to fill in the blanks. The same with a comic book, the frames of a panel, when they cut to another frame, you say, "Oh, there stuff happened between those panels." Like that's what I think he's getting at. Okay, I
think that's a long way. Very, very beneficial interpretation of his words. It's a long way from what he said.
Well, we'll keep going because I'm just trying to figure it out so far.
Have physical pages and we can turn pages. Therefore,
Whoa.
books, as opposed to digital media, afford having their pages turned. Let's look at two different media executing a nearly identical concept. In the end of the prestige drama The Sopranos, Tony Soprano is dining with his family and then the show cuts sharply to black, leaving a possible interpretation that Tony has died. In Saga Volume 7, the final pages directly following a death are entirely black, save for the words, "and then" on the first page.
Could you, if you...
A4 pages of total pitch blackness.
Dude,
I can't wait to understand a single word that he says.
If you paint your fingernails, at least for this video, at least
do it well.
Do them again. These are outgrown. This looks like shit. And I think this is even my favorite nail polish. You asshole.
I think we can agree that Curio is not the most attractive looking person, okay?
Yeah.
That's your opinion.
It affords to do. No.
Only in your subjectively objective opinion.
Yeah, but to him, he's gorgeous. You know, if you see anything about him, he thinks he's gorgeous. You're like, okay, buddy.
Yeah, stunning and brave.
Well, he posted on Twitter like 2 days ago, "I can't wait to show people from high school that I got hot." And it's just him not being hot.
Oh, you mean his balding head with man boobs and his wig or whatever? I don't know. What
yeah, great. You look like a 50-year-old cat lady.
Yeah.
Get a wig.
Something. Anything.
And better
lose
clothes.
weight. Go to the gym.
Clothes that fit would be a start.
Go to the gym. Lose that weight. You'll shore up that little chin line that you got. Well, the triple chin that you got. Won't have to use a beard to cover it up. You'll be fine.
And boobs, whether they're fake or not, they don't instantly make you hot.
Yeah, you can go buy boobs. Like if you can't naturally grow boobs because you're a man and you can't, but if you can't naturally grow boobs, you could just go buy some. You'll be all right.
No, I just mean even if you use prosthetics or prosthesis, that doesn't instantly make you hot. That's not how it works.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, okay, if
All
you're
right.
attracted to clowns, I mean, that's another story. So,
Yes. There is
Depends on the clown.
There is something called gynomorphophilia, and that's the people who may be attracted to these types.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a woman with a dick. Okay, that's what they're into. Okay, but that doesn't mean you're objectively hot.
all right, let's. I still don't know what he's getting at yet because he just muddled the water even more, and I'm just, oh, good lord.
Yeah. We'll get through it.
When Paranoia
I'm so
cut to
lost.
black, many people reported thinking their TV had broken. When you read the end of Saga Volume 7, you know from that first of 6 pages, and then, that this is all there's going to be. Blackness. However, you have to keep making the choice to turn the page to show yourself the rest of those empty black pages. I wanted to consider the dimensions of a medium in order to point out that essentially this is all a medium is. There can be implicit biases in a medium, for example in terms of accessibility for disabled people. This is an ongoing discourse around video games. But animation as a medium doesn't have implicit political or cultural biases. So there's a media aspect to anime that needs considering, but also a cultural one. Anime is, of course...
He just changed topics. I'm sorry, what the hell was your point?
I am inclined to believe he does have borderline.
He just
and that's rare in men, but he's so all over the place. Nothing makes sense. Emotional arguments, projection, absolute insane bullshit. No, yeah.
He compared
I
The
believe it.
Sopranos to a comic book because The Sopranos just cuts, and the comic book has a black page.
Yes.
All right then.
So they're the same.
Well, there you go.
That's the same. They do one thing that is similar, so they're the same. Yeah.
And because
And that's why, when it's in one thing that you instantly know that is the exact thing that's going on in the other thing. And no, that's not how it works. Sorry,
and because they're particular media, therefore they're biased towards their format. That's
I'm
like
still
saying
waiting for the anime is cursed thing.
Yeah, but that's like saying a wheel is round because it has to be, and you're like, yeah. Your point.
It affords to roll.
A wheel affords to roll.
Yeah. Is this sophistry?
I hate this.
What is he saying? What is his point? Words have to be read. People who are dead are no longer living.
The dead afford to be robbed.
Shinji is a trans girl because it's canon, because I say so.
Shinji affords to be fetishized.
The hell is wrong with you people?
All right, let's go.
Set of the animated medium relating specifically to Japan. Japanese anime will always play off one another and influence one another. And so I think we need to consider that comparison between Japanese and Western culture that I was discussing before. The comparison between Western media and anime is fairly clear to see through the live-action Netflix adaptation of the anime Death Note, a show about a high...
Why are we changing topics a fourth time?
Because he's insane.
What is he... Why are we connecting Western and now Japanese animation? We were...
Have you seen A Beautiful Mind?
Yes.
Connecting things that are not connected. He sees things that aren't there.
Is he like trying to make a video?
I don't know.
What is he trying?
I don't know.
This is shit you figure out before you go to frickin' production, buddy. Oh,
I can't wait for him to make a coherent point.
Yeah,
And the day or year that he does, many years from now, I will cheer from the rooftops and offer, I don't know, a $50 blowjob.
Now, the reason why I have failed to make anything yet in regards to this video shit
Message coming in.
is because I have higher standards than this. This I could just have this camera running, or just some nice fan art from Boltan, and just ramble on for half an hour or 3 hours. But
there you go.
I want to make something more coherent and of quality.
But why? Look at his view count. Look at his view count. Why would you need to make anything of quality?
It's being pushed by the YouTube algorithm, because the YouTube algorithm pushes insane communists.
Okay, and make shit content.
Yeah, the quality of content and whether that makes sense doesn't matter. It matters whether they have the right politics, whether they're pushing the propaganda. That's all it's about.
Why don't you just do that?
Insane. Because I'm not a fucking communist.
Why not?
Because I'm not a genocidal maniac who wants to put insane, surreal, unrealistic, counter-reality policies into place. I want to. If I want anything, I want to make to help build systems that work with reality as it is, with humans as they do work, as they do function, and not something that requires, this is a wonderful system in theory. We just need to change the human species to a completely different thing that isn't human.
Well, maybe if you believed in communism, you would make money on YouTube.
Yeah, probably, but I fail to lie like that.
Anyway, let's try.
I get sick when I try that.
Let's. I really want to know where he's going, because I am lost.
Achieving student granted the
I think he's lost too.
To kill anyone by writing their name in a book while picturing their face. In the Netflix version, Light Yagami, the high-achieving student and flawless godchild, becomes Light Turner, a loner loser kid who everyone hates and who hates everyone right back. In his introductory sequence, he is shown telling a bully that because he is technically a minor, if the bully hits him, he will go on a list as a logical proof that the bully can't hit him. The bully, of course, just hits him. The psychology of this character is pretty interesting.
The Death Note movie was shit.
He's emotionally stunted and believes in an absolute system of morality. But he can see that system of morality isn't being upheld. And then he gets the power to kill anyone he wants. What would this story, centering on an American high school student, have to say about loner loser kids who are suddenly granted the ability to kill?
You're describing the Death Note movie that nobody fucking likes and is barely on the anime.
It's not canon.
It is not even an anime. It's a Netflix movie. You fuck.
It's a bastardized US version of whatever the original is.
The original's good until L dies.
Yeah. These people are insane.
So
they look. It's just they're looking for stuff that kind of fits the point, instead of looking at the actual things and deriving interpretation, inspiration, logic from that. And
what an asshole!
I think Smut said that before. Yeah. Go on.
I'm still waiting for a point here.
The thing about this is that while it doesn't really stay that close to the source material, it seemingly doesn't aim to. It's a
doesn't aim to. Yeah, that's part of the problem. That's why we fucking hate it. What's your point?
Better as an American version of the same core concepts. But the fact that a live-action adaptation is considered necessary at all is itself
it wasn't.
A literal translation. Lots of anime has been shown to children in America and Europe because it's
it wasn't necessary at all.
Well,
nobody fucking wanted that live-action movie.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I wanted to hit the pause button. Where were we?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So where were we? Why this doesn't give a good timestamp here? I think 25.
Let's try that.
Got loner loser kids who are suddenly granted the ability to kill anyone they want. The thing about this adaptation is that while it doesn't really stay that close to the source material, it seemingly doesn't aim to. It's a cultural translation. Rewriting
it's a bastardization. You fuck. I love it when people just try to shape the narrative to their argument.
And this nobody likes these bastardizations, these localizations.
Nobody fucking likes the Netflix movie.
People, the thing is, so why do people in the West like manga and anime? Because it's authentic. And then these retarded studios, Hollywood or whatever, come around these localization, censorious bullshit things in Germany that dub the shit out of things. They come around and think, these things, they don't work with our culture. Our culture has different values. Therefore, we are going to change these things to make them more appealing for the people we think they will like it. And it's never the case. These people who make these decisions, who make these localizations, these bastardizations, they have a completely wrong concept of their own culture and of their own people. They want to market it to phantoms that don't exist. The Death Note movie is a prime example of that, and it's just where they think this. People in the US can relate better with this. Why do they like Death Note in the first place? Because they like the original depiction, and people don't like your weird Americanization of it because that breaks the characters. And LiteratureDevil made a good analysis on the differences between the original Light and the bastardization, the bastardized version of it. And I think he also demonstrated how that US version doesn't work for the story.
Oh yeah, he talked about
that. Does a great breakdown of this movie, by the way. Everybody should watch it.
Now, this is all true, but what is he trying to tell us? Like, dude, why are you telling us this about a live action adaptation? I don't know why.
Yeah, also the important point I want to make is, and I hope someone, maybe magically, in one of these stupid studios gets a wind of this. Our cultures are not different on the parts that we like. We are the same in that. We like quality writing, we like quality characters. You do not need to reimagine and rewrite characters for your own culture. That's bullshit. We like the characters as they are. That's why we like them. That's why these things are successful here in the West. If you make and then because you remake them in this weird image that you have of Western culture, and then you're surprised that nobody likes your product. Could it be that you are wrong, or are you going to blame the audience?
No, it's the kids who are wrong. Old man yells at cloud.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to a point here, I hope.
Considered necessary tool is itself a cultural translation. Lots of anime has been shown to children in America and Europe because it's Lots of anime has been shown to children in America and Europe because it was only considered marketable to children. In many cases, anime has been re-edited or censored to make it appropriate for a younger demographic than it was originally intended for. And this is because our assumption culturally is that all animated media is silly and unimportant and just for kids, which I have to feel is part of the reason why anime is seen as beyond criticism and serious analysis.
Which
brings us in a way
that is not an argument that fans of anime make.
How to read Donald Duck. Imperialist ideology in the Disney comics.
I am done. I'm sorry. This is
my God.
I'm out. This is a waste of time. He has rambled for about 4 minutes about 7 different topics, and he's made 0 points.
Yeah, I'm out.
If you want to end this prematurely, I would say let's try to find his end point, final conclusion.
I don't want to find his end point. I'm out. I'm so fucking... As soon as he held up that book, my brain checked the fuck out.
Just skip this crap. I mean, I have trouble concentrating at this point too. Just bring us his final conclusion that he derives from all of this.
You want to go to the ending? I don't care. I just...
Yeah. Not that ending.
It's another skit.
Another skit. That's just a skit. It's also
Same skit. Same skit. There we go. Let's try this.
That's probably some. That's probably some headline thingy.
We'll just find it. This is fine. We'll just see what he has to say.
Okay.
Nonsense. So try this one. Racism is poor writing. Any kind of stereotype.
No, it's not, you moron. What a stupid... What a...
Just to suffer.
Dude, my brain.
I pushed the button. Want to hear it again?
Smud, don't leave us.
All right, that's...
Message coming in.
Smud, think of all we've been through.
This is absolute insanity.
Like, you know how Maggie Mae
Think
Fish
of
is...
everything we've been through.
You know Maggie Mae Fish is nuts and crazy and she's off on a tangent? This guy's like, I think X, then I think Y, then I like A, B, C, D, E. And you're like, what? What are you doing? Are you just confused?
Okay, just completely dumbed down. A cornerstone of borderline personality disorder is being irrational. There's no sense in anything here.
Message
It's
coming
out the
in.
window. And there's
Patching it
people
through.
watching this shit and gobbling it up and liking it. It's scary. That is scary. People are listening to the madman on the marketplace who's rambling on about the gods farting or something. It's just, You know, Diogenes was funny. What are you?
Smud, you alright?
Diogenes also made sense.
Alright.
All right, let's try to finish this off. I don't know what he's trying to get at here.
That's sophistry.
Being any kind of writing that lazily relies on a trope instead of creating real, rounded characters that feel human and understandable.
You can ground a character
Have you
in a
ever
trope.
met a human that was racist? They exist. They're real. You can write about racism.
It's strange
Hey,
because
chat,
everything
hot take,
LiteratureDevil
you-
create does
hot
not look like
take.
human characters.
Hot take, you can write about racism.
If any of you have consumed SJW made media or are heavily influenced, be it a cartoon, be it a comic, be it a video game, these people cannot write human characters,
coming in.
believably human
Patching it through.
characters. That's the joke. This is protection again.
Smud's done. I can't
Everything-
believe
Message
that
coming in.
Curio has broken.
Patching it through.
Smud
Okay.
has survived Maggie Mae Fish.
But this broken.
Smud has survived Brown Table.
Oh god.
What was Cavernacle? Curio. Curio killed Smud Boy.
Okay, I'll give you a hot take. Everything is
Yeah, what's up,
projection.
man?
Everything is irrational, and you have to point it all out. Let's turn that one around, okay? Because that's what's going on here. This is just insane. Nothing makes sense. Everything is insane.
All right. Okay. Where were we?
Just trying to lighten the mood. You just did a shot, didn't you?
No. I will, but not now. I'm just, I'm writing out my comment to
All right.
Curio.
I'm just gonna keep the elevator music going. We need some. We need something.
I have injuries. This person is broken. That's the difference. I'm trying to work on my shit. What's he doing? He hasn't even figured out logic.
Smud.
I'm still writing. Anyway, let's try.
Yeah, just someone in the chat.
Let's not need some catharsis. Can
I
someone
think
help?
one
get
of my
some
teeth
catharsis?
is like, I don't know. You know when you get like sores in your body?
Yeah.
It's just like part of my gums are just in pain for no reason.
Is it just like nails on a chalkboard?
It's some nervousness. I don't know, but it's just like I can't
change the elevator music to heavy metal. I should just have the Doom Eternal soundtrack play.
I may need a massage or something. I don't know.
Wonderful psychosomatic pain from exposure to stress and insanity.
It's
Oh my god.
I know that one.
all right. Let's keep going and
all right,
finish this off.
Bad writing, and we are more than valid in calling it out. From a media standpoint alone.
What is a media standpoint? How do you How do you evaluate writing from the perspective of media? That's like saying, I'm a film critic. I'm going to analyze the dialogue of a story from film, from the format of film.
My brain.
Why wouldn't you evaluate the story or the dialogue of a movie or a book based off, the story or dialogue from other books or other movies? Why wouldn't you just do that?
Matthias just sent me a message, and he wants me to say this. Zach, can you read this? There is no need to make fun of the eyebrow of the guy.
What?
I don't know what that means, but I read it for you, Matthias. There you go.
The eyebrow?
That's what Matthias wrote. He's Brazilian. I let it go. Brazilians aren't real, so just...
What is going on?
I don't know anymore, and I...
All right.
I'm going to get some Chinese food after this.
He's getting to his skit, so I want to finish this off before he gets there. So
I need to play some beat 'em up after this.
Yeah.
All right.
Guess what? Anime isn't going to be SJW free anymore. I'm coming to take away your waifus and your weird racist bullshit. By which I mean, no, anime is good and fine. And it's fine to enjoy it, as long as we're all on the same page.
No, we're not on the same page. You're a psychopath.
We're not on the same page. You play that off as a joke, but that's exactly what people like you want to do. That is what anime feminism or whatever that stupid site is called wants to do. It wants to gut everything that is fun about anime out of anime. You want to control the media, like you want to control everything else in the West. You want to take away from us anything that makes sense, anything that has depth,
fun bad,
and anything
fun
that
bad.
has any sort of real positive depiction of beauty and sexuality. You want to take away all of that because you are insane and you believe in insane things. Your ideology is insane, and it's made for insane people.
Dude. All right, so Wisp, we're gonna break down what's bad. Okay, so anime bad, anime good but also bad, boobs bad but bad, sex bad, gay bad, straight bad, white bad, West bad.
Boobs are bad unless he has them.
Boob bad unless mine. What else? Gun bad. Fascism bad. Communism good. Socialism good. Capitalism bad.
Fascism everywhere.
Pedophiles bad, but also good when it fits my narrative. What else? What else has he fucking spouted?
So you're okay to have your fun, but you have to be on the same page as me.
Foot bad. Mike Tessa, foot bad.
That's what the fundamentalist Christians say. You can enjoy your things, but they have to be the exact way I want them to be. You are narcissistic children. You are tyrants. These people are dangerous. And they seem complete. So because they are so insane. Because these people are so fucking insane, we have written them off for years. Because we thought nobody's going to listen to this shit. Because they're the perfect, useful idiots to drive people into this ideological direction. And destroy everything. And that gives them... And thereby, they do get power. These are the insane prophets of an insane religion.
9/11 bad. The Emperor was right. Foot bad.
Whatever. I can't do this anymore.
I got nothing, man.
The scary thing is that people do listen to this shit. This is not some.
But I mean, look at the like to dislike ratio on his video.
I don't have that.
He's got 4,000 likes, 155 dislikes, 67,000 views. Top comment: "Just pretend Digimon was good" is the single most offensive thing I have ever heard in my life. I mean, as someone who experienced anime primarily from the fic writing side of fandom, aka the girly side, IBR, the idea that anime fandom is free of SJW is a mind-boggling notion. He liked that comment. I don't understand what any of that comment meant. And Curio liked that comment.
He's irrational. He's insane. The definition of insanity is being irrational.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result.
Which is irrational. That's obsessed as well. But it's being irrational. A psychopath, for example, is not, or a sociopath more likely, is not insane, because those are hyper-rational people.
JoJo is actually a pretty good example of how people evolve over time to leave those tropes behind. Parts 1 through 3 explicitly show women as weaker and have that is already categorically false. The teacher in part 1 of JoJo is a female. Not only is she my ultimate waifu and do I want her to step on my face, she is also way more powerful than JoJo is. And way more well-trained. She's a fucking badass. Even though I hate JoJo and think it's horribly written, she is amazingly more powerful than JoJo. She teaches him how to use Hamon. So you're already wrong, retard person in Curio's comment section.
What would this guy make of Pantheon stocking?
Oh, God. Can we just finish the video? I'm
no
getting a headache now.
I want it to be done now.
All right, let's finish this off.
All right.
But if you're not on the same page...
All right, we're good. We're done. All
right, yeah, done. Cool.
Comment away. Hopefully he'll never read it. Thank you. Okay, great. All right.
Did you post a comment on his video or his Twitter?
On his video. I don't care about his Twitter, but... That's how he responds to me. He talks about me on Twitter by linking a image of a comment I left on his previous video, and yada yada. So
he's passive aggressive. Nice.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, I don't see your thing, bud boy.
By the borderline diagram.
He could have blocked me on his channel, so it's possible.
Yeah, the last comment was 2 days ago. So.
Yeah. By the way, that makes his hits home that if you don't agree with me, that's not a joke. That's not sarcasm. He means that deep down. Borderliners are quite vengeful at times. They're passive aggressive, oftentimes. As I said at some point, there are various different styles and combinations.
Thank you, chat. Lisa. Yes, it's part 2. Thank you, chat.
I do believe he has that. I can buy that. This guy's insane. And what we see with with people with this condition is that they do try to normalize it and play it off as not dangerous for their surroundings. And it's their surroundings who often suffer the most from that. Doesn't mean that the person who has the condition doesn't suffer. They do suffer, yeah, but they are effectively terrorizing their surroundings.
All right.
with their mental insanity.
I nearly got 3 bingos, but I'm being nice. But I got 1 bingo.
That's a bingo.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I got 2 bingos if you include the center one, so that is 2 bingos. All right, fine.
Well, there you go. All right, let's take a look at the bingo card.
So
oh my God!
Ismphobia, Nazis, fascism. I mean, I can't remember what part of the video that was, but I know he mentioned it. Bold claim without evidence. I think that was the whole goddamn video.
Oh wait, no! You got 3 bingos. LGBT shit where there isn't any. Yeah,
did he? That
was in the video. Yeah, that was in the video.
Okay.
Post this.
So that's 1, 2, 3, four bingos.
Oh God. No dramatic piano music. He did his own stupid skits, but that was fine.
Was it?
Yeah, you could do.
Oh, you could also do host has a creepy face / annoying voice.
You know what? Compared to his previous face, this is much better.
Okay, fair enough.
I have comparisons, so I can go. All right, he looks much better as a guy.
Poorly researched topic.
Oh God, yeah.
The dreaded T word. What is the T word?
Themes.
Oh, themes. Okay.
Message coming.
I don't think he used that improperly
Patching
though.
it through.
Yeah.
I hope I used it properly.
Throw shade at Shapiro Peterson or anti-SJW YouTuber. Nope, didn't do that.
Didn't mention Trump. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he did not mention Trump.
I think that's gonna be less. Although this was 2 years ago, this video.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Might have been likely.
Oh my goodness!
Is my comment showing up or not? Probably not. But you know.
No, it's not. I'm still refreshing the page, by the way.
Let me just take a screenshot.
Yeah. So newest first.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's nothing. Wow. But yeah, chat, I know Lisa in part 2, yeah, that person specifically mentioned parts 1 through 3 have weak females. And then but you have Lisa, which, by the way, Lisa, if you could please just stop being a 2D anime girl and come into the real world and just step on my face, I'd appreciate it.
You have a foot fetish?
No, I just want big lady to step on me.
I have a big lady fetish.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind getting dominated one time.
All right, I posted on Twitter. You guys can read it, and that's that. Hopefully, we'll take a nice break from Curio. And God,
that was pain. That was so much pain.
I have a headache, and my gums are still aching for some dumb reason.
Meditate.
Okay, I got to read some super chats.
And Chinese food tonight.
Chinese food sounds like a great idea. Okay. Oh, anything that's comforting and full of carbohydrates sounds great. All right. Roxas Uzi. Guys, I'm very confused. What is the point here? Yeah, that's where we started and went nuts. That's it. I'm opening the vodka. That was cringe as AF. Yes, it was.
This is beyond cringe.
Roan Harushin. Shiro, people die when they are killed. Yes, thank you.
People die when they are killed.
Royo, how's it going? This is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the video. I don't know what this was, but I don't think he used drugs in this case.
I wish I was high. I really wish I was high for this video.
Oh, just numb the pain in my tooth. Mike Testa, I've never heard Smud this mad. I wasn't mad. I was just in pain. I've been angrier too. Alex Halo, us otakus are very critical when the most critical people of anime are the anime fans. Believe it or not, the same with every other fandom. It's the same thing.
Your anime is shit. Mine is better.
Yeah, good lord.
I mean, fuck. People always rag on Star Wars fans for like the people who hate Star Wars most are the Star Wars fans. Yeah, because we want it to be good, and there's only 2 good movies out of the entire franchise.
That's because the movies are shit. And that's why we hate them so much. It's not because they're Star Wars fans.
And then there's the light novel people who look down on the anime watchers because obvious.
Star Wars is so cool, and we want it to be good, and especially when there's only 2 good movies out of a 9-movie franchise.
Smudboys.exe has stopped working. No. I was just typing up that comment, so you can read it either. It's on his video. Or it's on my Twitter, so you'll find it either way.
Don't give him views.
Mike Testa, cue the Evangelion congratulations meme. No! See, that will piss me off. I hate the ending of Evangelion. Okay? That was my most hated story ending until Mass Effect 3 came by, okay? That's how bad it was.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I hate Hideki Anno in general. I think he's cool, but for him to pull that bullshit is just too much. Mike Test again. To quote Donkey, let's do it again. Another one.
Another one.
No. Not this month.
All right, guys. I am in physical pain, so I have to go take a break.
Oh God!
Thank you for watching us go through that. I'm sorry you had to sit through that with us.
Sorry, I shocked it.
Yeah, Andrew Clark. Yes, I agree. Light novels are better than anime. I agree. Yes.
That was something.
That was the 2/3 left of what we were working on, and we didn't even go through the rest of the video because it was so stupid we couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, that was. I'm glad we speedrun that video.
I think you have to.
I'm just gonna go ahead and leave a dislike, and okay. Cool.
I wish
Fuck
we
you,
could have
Curio.
sped up the video.
Either insane or incapable of logical thought because you're too young for it to stand through this, to watch through this, to agree with any of this and like it.
Message coming in.
This is just random, incessant rambling. How can anyone derive anything from this?
People are killed when they die. I don't know if that's true.
This is what the back in the day, the atheism movement before it was taken over by SJWs. Those are the people that would be really useful right now.
I find more conservatives are atheists nowadays than SJWs.
Well, it's moving in that direction, and lots of left liberals are pushed onto the right side because the left just is just pure left authoritarian and pushes everyone away.
Whereas a majority of the conservative side is mainly kind of do what you want, but maybe think about stuff, kind of. Maybe.
Also, center left liberals that just you don't have a home on the left anymore. They're pushing you out of it.
Yeah,
even though you still have
kind of
all those views, all those positions. There's just no. All right. They'll come for you.
Let's keep going because I'm in pain, guys, and you're hurting me. Mike Testa, Smud, they fixed it by having everyone die. That was the movie, and it was stupid. So no, they didn't fix it. Turning people to a bunch of LCL fluid is not my idea of fixing anything, so no. My God, it's basically Mass Effect 3, only stupider.
Anno's understanding of the movie was that movie is fan service and I don't want to make it. That's why he put in the wakes up scene in the beginning.
It was basically him just giving the middle finger, okay, just get over this shit over with. We can...
Cocaine can help with toothache, Smud.
Oh, really? That's great. Let me go work on that right now. All right, gentlemen and ladies, thank you for tuning in and listening and going through the suffering that we just went through. We're under 2:30. That's great. 2 hours and 30 minutes. What do you know?
Shocking.
Thanks for bearing with me.
It felt like 4 hours. My God.
It felt like an hour to me.
You're kidding.
All right.
Okay. Well,
always time flies by when I'm on here.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's a good thing. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm in pain. I'm going to go now. Thank you. Good evening. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.